guys, with another weekly update. So today I will share with you what I'm expecting next for the Bitcoin. So we will start on our daily time frame as always. So if you just look on the market structure, we are still bearish right here. So basically on the higher time frame we are bearish. So after that drop to the downside, when we get that swing failure pattern of that low right here, we can see that we had a nice rise to the upside, and also we had some resistance zone here. So if you pull out from that high to that low, we had the golden pocket right in that zone. We get a nice drop to the downside, but the shorts can't push that price lower. So basically for right now we get that break of structure of that high, so potentially we can see some continuation to the upside and also to take all the highs right here, but for right now, when we get that break of structure, we can see if we pull out from that high to that low, we can see that in that zone we had the 0.75, and also if we turn on our monthly levels, we can see that we are on the monthly open and we can't get any close above the monthly open or the 0.75. So basically this is a potential resistance zone to get that pullback to the downside. If you just jump on, just a second, so also if you pull out our anchor view up from that high, we can see that we are for right now on the anchor view up. So this is basically the resistance zone, nice resistance zone. So we have the monthly open 0.75 and also the anchor view up, but if you just jump on our 4-hour time frame, if you get rejection from that zone, so if you get that drop to the downside, I will look for that supply zone to be retested, and this is a potential support zone. So if we get that drop to the downside, I will look if price gonna get any support, if you're gonna find any support zone right here, and then potentially see that continuation to the upside, because we have the break of market structure. So we had that low, high, higher low and higher high. So basically this is the pivot 1, pivot 2 and pivot 3, which is the break of structure. So this is a confirmed break of structure. So for right now, if you're gonna get that pullback to the downside, if you don't find any support zone right here, and if you get accepted back inside of into that range, and also if you pull out our fixed volume range profile, if we get accepted back inside into that value area, I will look for some retest of that previous supply zone, and then potentially that continuation to the downside. So to take the whole liquidity right here, because you can see that we had a low, another low, this low was also defended, so we have the higher low, another higher low be defended, another higher low and another higher low, after that quick rise to the upside. So basically if we get accepted back inside into that range, I will look to take all that liquidity, and also if you don't find any support on that value area low, if you turn on our daily levels, we can see that we have a daily level right here, and also we have here these two liquidity lows. So if you just mark them, so we have the liquidity zones right here. So if you're gonna get that drop to the downside, I will look if you're gonna find any support right here, to then potentially look for these higher prices, because we take the 0.75. After the 0.75 you are expecting the 0.25 to be taken, and this is not really important to go all the way to the 0.25. We basically can just break that resistance and potentially go higher, but this is just a Fibonacci tool which helps to look for those trades. So on the 0.75 and about that 0.75 you are not looking for these shorts. If you are in that range, and below the 0.25 you are not looking for shorts, you are looking for longs, and also on the 0.75 you are looking for shorts, not longs. Basically this is just the tool to help you to see where are you in the range, right? So basically we are for right now on the nice resistance zone. So if you get that drop to the downside, I will look to find some support here, and then that potential continuation to the upside. If you get accepted back inside, I'm looking to take all that liquidity right here. So I will not look for on any that level. So the daily, weekly, and another daily, I will not look for these levels. I will expect to touch that 0.25 and to take that liquidity, and then potentially see that continuation to the upside. And also, if we turn on our naked point of control, we can see that below us is the daily naked point of control. So basically, I will wait. If we get a drop, I will wait for that break of structure, and then potential to see that continuation to the upside. I will not jump just in the long right here. I will wait for that change of market structure as a confirmation, because the price can just do something like that. Let's say we get that price, and then we get another drop to the downside to take that daily naked point of control, and then potential continuation to the upside. So if we lose that support right here, so I'm looking on that as a major support. If we lose that, then I'm expecting much lower prices, because this potentially could be another lower high, right? So basically, if you just take a look again on our market structure, we can see that high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, another lower low, and this potentially can be another lower high, and then that continuation for the lower low. So the major high for me would be that high, to say that we break the market structure, and that we can expect some all-time highs, right? Because we have a nice potential resistance right here, but we will get there. So if we just hide that 0.75, I mean Fibonacci range, if we just hide everything, so if we pull out our Fibonacci range from that high to that low, and turn on the deviation levels, we can see that we get the deviation level of the range low. Also, we had the value area low right here. Then we get that nice rise to the upside, and for right now, we are flirting with that with 1.25 Fibonacci level right here. So this is the deviation of the range high. So if you get that drop and break of these lows, so the break of market structure, we can potentially see that pullback to retest that value area high and previous supply zone for that continuation to the upside. And if we get accepted back inside, then I'm looking for this liquidity loss to be taken right here. So basically, that would be it on the Bitcoin. If you turn on again that naked point of controls, and also the fixed volume range profile, if you pull out our fixed volume range profile of that big range, we can see that we had a value area low right here. Here we have the point of control, so I will look this as the major resistance. So if you get that rise to the upside, we can see that in that zone we have the daily naked point of control plus weekly naked point of control, and above us is just the point of control of the global range and the monthly naked point of control, which is a nice resistance zone. So basically, if you get that rise, I will wait for that to see the rejection from what reaction we're gonna get on this resistance level, and wait for that 4-hour close below, and then for change of market structure to potentially look for that short trade, because we can also get here the lower high and then that potential drop to the downside. So that would be that lower high, lower low, another lower high, and then potential drop to the downside. So that would be it on the Bitcoin. I have nothing more to say. If you just jump on altcoins, here we have the 10,000 sats. We can see that we are rejecting from the previous range value area low. So basically this is a nice resistance zone. We had the golden pocket right in that zone, and also we had that liquidity high. So basically we can just look on that as a failed auction of the range high to potentially see that drop to the downside, right? So basically I'm not really looking for another lower lows, but if you get that rejection from that golden pocket, I'm looking to retest the value area high, and if you get a nice rejection from it, I will look for that continuation to the upside and then close that trade. And if you get accepted back inside into that value area, then I'm potentially looking for to test that daily level, or basically to get that drop to that weekly level and also the value area low. So that would be nice if you get a drop to the weekly level and value area low, and then potentially to look for that continuation to the upside, because the we here made the nice swing failure pattern of that low. So basically that's it on the 10,000 sats. If we jump on our ICP USDT, we can see that we once get rejected from that value area low, and also we have here right now we have here the weekly level, and also we have the anchor VWAP. So basically I'm looking if we're gonna get that rise to the upside. I will look if we're gonna get any swing failure pattern of that high liquidity high right here, and I will wait for 4-hour close below the weekly and the value area low as a confirmation. To here is the resistance, and then I will look for lower time frame market structure change to jump into the short trade, and then look for some potential supports right here. Also if you're gonna break that resistance right here, so if you're gonna get any closes above and nice retest of that weekly and value area low, you can potentially look for that long trade, but I'm not really interested in that. We can look here for some long trades for that continuation to the upside. Here we have the value area high, golden pocket from the high and to that low, and also we have the weekly level right here. So basically this is also the nice resistance zone to look for some nice rejection and for some drop. Also I'm gonna wait for that 4-hour close as a confirmation, and then to look for that short trades. So that's it on ICP USDT. If we jump on APT USDT, here I'm looking for that point of control, weekly level, and also the liquidity high. If we're gonna get any swing failure pattern of that liquidity high, I will wait for 4-hour closes below the point of control, not below the weekly but below the point of control, and then to basically potentially look for something like that, drop to the weekly or maybe the retest of that value area low, and then potential rise to the upside. And also if we don't get rejected from that resistance right here, if we're gonna flip that into support, then we can look potentially for that long, but as I said, I'm not interested. I'm looking for here that value area high from that range right here. I'm looking for that value area high, weekly naked point of control, and the monthly level also we have that liquidity high. So if you're gonna get that swing failure pattern of that high right here, I will look for that 4-hour closes below the value area high and those resistance levels, and then potentially we can look for that drop to the downside, maybe to retest that zone, or even to get maybe much lower. So that's it on the APT USDT. Here we don't have anything, I'm not interested here. So if we look on our TRB USDT, here we have some liquidity highs. Here is the potential support trade, but we don't have any strong resistance right here. So basically I would not look for any shorts right here. I would wait for higher levels, but if we just take a look, we can see that we have a triple low right here. So this liquidity lows was not taken, so we have a nice big liquidity zone right here. So potentially we can see that rise to the upside, maybe to take these liquidity lows, and then potentially to look for that swing failure pattern of that low. I will wait for that reclaim of that point of control, and then potentially look for that rise to the upside. If we're gonna broke all these highs right here, so if you don't get any rejection, I will look for that monthly level and the value area high, and that anchored vib up. So if you're gonna get any rise to the upside, I will wait for that 4-hour close below the monthly level, and then potentially look for that retest of that SR flip level right here to potentially look for these higher prices, right? Or basically, if you're gonna break that SR flip level, then we potentially can look for sweep of these liquidity lows. So that's it for the weekly update. I hope that you enjoyed, and see you next time.